Madam Rajavi, ladies and gentlemen, it's a privilege to be here today to once again support the Iranian people in their quest for freedom and democracy. On January the 9th, the Supreme Leader Khamenei actually referred to the main Iranian opposition, the PMOI, and said this. He said the PMOI have for several months been ready to organise and meet this and that person and to select some people inside the country to find them and help them so they could come and call on the people. They announced their call and made the slogan, "No to higher prices." Well, this is a slogan that everybody likes. They managed to attract people with this slogan to pursue their goals and make the people follow them. From the Supreme Leader himself. Quite remarkable. A week earlier, the so-called moderate President Rouhani phoned the French President Emmanuel Macron and demanded he take action against the PMOI in Paris, which he accused of fomenting recent protests. Another recognition of the import of the PMOI. Rouhani was actually demanding that French authorities stop conferences like this one here today. Remarkable, isn't it? Of course, President Macron rejected those demands. And I can tell you from my own experience as a British politician that the Iranian regime constantly made the same sorts of demands from the UK government. It began with the bogus, dishonest labelling of the PMOI as a terrorist group, which was rejected by the highest court in the UK. And it continued with a propaganda campaign designed to tarnish the image of both the PMOI, the UK, and scare British MPs and peers from supporting the organised resistance against the Mullah's regime. They failed, and they failed because our cause had widespread support in both houses of parliament in our country, and I'm delighted to have been a member of that campaign. I want to conclude by calling on democratic governments throughout the world to not only condemn the violence against the protesters, but also demand that the regime releases those many thousands of Iranians detained during the uprising. I want the UK and the EU to abandon the illusion that the Mullah's regime will eventually become a reforming regime. And I want to get on and support the Iranian people and their demands as represented by the PMOI. One of the major obstacles to securing human rights in Iran is the illusion that reformers will emerge from amongst the regime itself. Let me make it clear. It will never happen. The UK government and the EU Parliament should demand the UN investigates into the ongoing human rights abuses in Iran committed both now and in the past, and require that they be referred to the UN Security Council. Thank you, Madam Rajavi.